Joy Burt. No? Yes? Oh.
Sorry.
No, that's... Good morning.
Right, I'm going to start off with an apology. I'm in the process of packing everything up, shifting out of my house for earthquake repairs, so I haven't access to a lot of my resources, and in fact all my Lincoln papers have been recycled in the yellow bin. Right, I'd like to begin by saying thank you very much for the cycling network that you have begun and are carrying on with. I think the real functionality of that cycle network will show as our fuel prices keep on increasing and the connections become more viable. There's lots of little bits and pieces. I cycled in today from home, coming through my normal route. Suddenly, there's no indication that I can't get right through to Manchester Street because of roadworks. I did actually see another cyclist take a left-hand turn to go around the far side of the Margaret Mahy playground, but I ended up having to go through it, which I would not normally do because I don't think that's actually particularly responsible, because there's no indication that that route was closed for a cyclist. As soon as anything gets closed for a car, there's signs everywhere. So please do it. If a route for a cyclist is closed, please put up signs to show the alternate route. Thank you. The other thing I wanted to talk about is, if I take the analogy of a family, we like to send our children to school with shoes and a lunch and have them come home to a nice warm home at night. I don't believe that the City Council can even think about a stadium at the moment with our footpaths and our roads, and we still get sewer overflows going into our rivers. Those things must be fixed first before we can afford the luxury of a stadium. And the research I did at Lincoln, which I say has been dumped unfortunately, showed that stadiums do not pay, they become a cost on the average ratepayer. They may be beneficial to the hotel sector, but not to the average ratepayer who has to carry on financing them year after year after year. And until you can guarantee the ratepayers 52 major events per year, so at least that stadium is being used and contributing really well to the economy, please don't saddle us with a white elephant. I've already touched one point on rivers, about sewerage into the rivers, and I'd like to focus most of my time today on the Heathcote River. I was actually quite alarmed when I saw the word dredge in relation to the Heathcote River. The Heathcote River is now, as it is now, is the new normal. It's a complex system, and we interfere with complex systems at our peril. In the lower Heathcote, from industrial activity in the 1880s, and I'm sorry I cannot give you the sources for this anymore, but there is a layer, now buried, of heavy metals. No way do we want those heavy metals dredged and out in our estuary, into our oceans, polluting our fish. The estuary is a very important nursery, and it's valuable. So please, whatever you do, get any idea of dredging the Heathcote in any way, shape or form out of your mind completely. And you have to dredge the lower Heathcote if you want to have any impact on the upper Heathcote, because the water flows downhill and it will become an ongoing problem. You'll have to repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. Therefore, your only alternative is to increase the capacity of the river. Now the ideas I have for that are keeping the actual level of the bank just above your highest spring tide at the moment, reshape the banks of the river so that you end up with riverbed, the banks, your grassy tussocks growing for inanga spawning, and eel cover. Then you come to a lower level, fairly level if you like, so that it becomes a walking platform before you come up. It may mean that you've got to take half the road away, make it one-way roads. You've got to keep at least a minimum of 4 metres for fire engines, and I think furniture for vehicle removers might like a little bit of extra width. But if you could keep that distance between the front fence of the properties, probably even 6 metres, you can get a lot more capacity in that river. The other alternative is to buy some of the houses that flood regularly, and they're flooded. I know in my childhood they were flooding and then that they were raised. So
yeah, we do have a program in place for that purpose at the moment. We do have a program in place for that purpose at the moment. So, but look, that's come to the end of your 5 minutes.
Okay.
But
thank
look,
you very much.
No, thank you very much.
Attention.
It's much appreciated. Thank you.
Sorry, it's